Hello and excuse me. Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Thursday, August 5th, 2021. Welcome one and all to one of the most exciting hour plus in cryptocurrency news, podcasting, analysis, so much more. As always, it's your host, Crypto Jack, coming to you live this afternoon, and I'm joined by two of the CT analysts. Let's go ahead and introduce them now. Alex and Jason. How are you guys kicking it this afternoon?
Getting by.
Getting by. All right, Alex, a busy man as always. Always things on the go, and he'll be taking up the analysis later today. And of course, we got Jason. Jason holding it down, supporting us wherever he is. Jason.
Out in the middle of Iowa, baby. I'm doing well. I'm just kind of looking forward to the week, going into the weekend here. Getting a little surprised by the volatility we're getting, but to be expected with Bitcoin.
Indeed. Bitcoin's volatility, guys, has been wild during the overnight session. We did dump all the way down to about 37.1. And we since pulled out of it. Let's flip my chart real quick just to show everybody on screen what the hourly price action has been like. We topped out late yesterday on 39K, almost hit 40K, then we dumped right down to 37. Well, did the panic set in, and then we promptly bounced back up. This is some wild volatility. Ethereum, of course, performed something similar, but moved even harder than Bitcoin when it finally bounced. Ethereum, of course, on the heels of the big London hard fork. Excuse me. Good news, everyone. The London hard fork is up. It's live. Nothing catastrophic happened to the network in the meantime. Seems like everything's moving along swimmingly. Hats off to everyone who develops, works, and tests on Ethereum. I'm glad this went over basically according to plan. And boy, did it ever. Apparently, the burn has already begun. Of course, one of the big changes in the London hard fork included this EIP 1559, the improvement proposal, which I guess starts turning. It's at least a step in the road for a deflationary Ethereum as it makes its way toward 2.0 transition. It's all alive right now. Anybody try to perform any Ethereum functions today on the network? Have you peeped the new, well, at least, well, I mean, not new, but have you peeped where the transaction fees
gas
currently
is
stand?
higher today. Gas is fucking high as shit.
Yeah, I think I know because I checked yesterday, I checked today. Same transactions about double the price. I went from a $40 DeFi transaction to an $80 DeFi transaction today. Maybe it's just the activity of the network.
Base Vitalik.
Yes, Base Vitalik indeed. He really did one over on us. But will it make you feel better, Alex, knowing that your super expensive Ethereum transaction, a good chunk of that is now getting burned? Does that provide any solace? Perhaps not. All right, guys, let's do it. Only have an hour and a half today in today's show. We are trying to develop a new pace on the show. I appreciate everybody bearing with us. But indeed, we are making some changes around here, and part of it is right now trying to just accommodate a 90-minute show opposed to a 2-hour show. Thank you, everybody, and your ongoing support. Let's go ahead and get into the news. Yes, don't have too much to cover today, of course. The main one being the Ethereum hard fork. This title reads, Ethereum's burning $10,000 worth of Ethereum every minute after EIP 1559 upgrade. After the highly anticipated London fork and upgrade introduced a token burn mechanism on Ethereum, the network is already burning 3.6 ETH, equivalent to about 10 grand US, every minute on average. Among other enhancements, the Ethereum improvement proposal made it so a portion of all transaction fees, called the base fee, is now destroyed in each block instead of going to the miners. According to the proposal's description, this was done to counterbalance Ethereum's inflation while still giving the block reward and priority fee, which is of course the maximum fee you want to spend in order to include transactions in a block, to the miners. At the time of writing this article, roughly 3.7 ETH, just over 10 grand at the current prices, is being burned every minute according to etherchain.org. Meanwhile, 630 ETH, around 1.7 million worth, were burned in just hours after the London upgrade was deployed. The base fee has fluctuated between 70 Gwei and 100 Gwei, about $5 to about $8 over the past hour. Currently popular NFT marketplace OpenSea is the largest ETH burner, over 69 ETH. Almost $200,000 in Ethereum tokens were destroyed thanks to transactions facilitated on OpenSea, according to at least one analysis firm, etc., etc. So far, experts and community members alike are demonstrating positive sentiment toward the London upgrade. One quote here reads, much anticipated upgrade was a huge day for the Ethereum ecosystem. Now, every transaction, every NFT purchase or loan on the Ethereum network will result in the Ethereum being burned out of existence, making Ethereum a deflationary and inflation-busting asset, noted Ross Middleton, Chief Financial Officer over at Diversify. By platform I've never quite heard of, but there you have it, guys. The Ethereum London hard fork is live, and we're entering this. Hard forks are always fraught with certain danger, right? Sure, they do all their due diligence and testing, but until the software actually gets deployed on a mass scale on the main net, never know what's really going to happen. And in this case, well, everything's going swimmingly. We are burning Ethereum. We'll see how this goes. Here, let's have a look here. This article mentioning more or less of the same. Over 1 million has been burned. Over $1 million worth of Ethereum has been burned in just a couple hours after London hard fork goes live. All right, not much more to add here. What do we have left in the news? This isn't too busy today, and let's go ahead and get into this here from Bean and Crypto. Warren pushes for crypto police and cites systemic risks. Yes, here comes Senator Elizabeth Warren firing shots in the direction of the crypto community. Let's see here. She scrutinizes the crypto community once again. She states that scams and manipulation within the industry aren't accordingly punished. I'm curious, where did she make these comments? In her most recent comment, Senator Warren was this tweet, I presume. Oh, no, it's Bloomberg. All right, so she had some comments made to Bloomberg today. Senator Warren calls on U.S. policymakers and regulators to do more to police cryptocurrencies. This is the most recent in a string of comments made by the senator, which contained high skepticism toward the crypto space. Wednesday evening, in an interview with Bloomberg TV, Warren's choice of words appeared to welcome an increase in surveillance and authority to the rapidly growing industry. Quote, right now, we don't have any cops on the beats to speak of. End quote. Warren believes that without crypto cops, there's room for inequality in the system. Writes again, so long as it's an unregulated system, you may be pulling more people in so that they can get cheated, and that's not what we want. Also mentioned Warren. Also mentioned by Warner, the so-called pump and dump scheme. She pointed out that while they're blatantly illegal in the stock market, tokens get a free pass. The unclarity of the industry is to blame. All right, same old from Warren, prating on, as she typically does, about crypto. Of course, guys, this is the Wild West. I think most of us as market participants are aware of this. We take on massive risks whenever we get into this space. It's highly speculative, highly fraught with risk. Think you need the protections from Big Brother? Do you need the nanny state to keep you out of trouble? Are you in charge of your financial future risks and all, or do you need the protection of the government? Let us know. Although I think I know where our community stands on this. We'll see. New regulations may be coming our way in the industry. Let's see here. Yes, just advocating for more. Not much more to add here. Let's go ahead and wrap up the news with one final news item here today. This one's titled, Why Square's $29 billion Afterpay acquisition deal is the biggest thing for Bitcoin right now. All right, let's see what this is about. Square is relentless in its efforts to increase the adoption rate of Bitcoin, and it already seems to be paying off for both the payment giant and the Bitcoin market. Square is beginning to earn the title of one of the most valuable companies in the Bitcoin market, and it seems the company is not ready to exit anytime soon. Recently, Square revealed it was buying Australian fintech platform Afterpay for a deal of $29 billion. Wow. Very handsome $29 billion acquisition. The deal is estimated to be around 30% premium to Afterpay's last closing price. Following the big reveal on Sunday evening, Afterpay's shares surged and closed by an attractive 19% the following day. But Afterpay stock buyers were not the only ones excited. Bitcoiners were well within their rights to celebrate this a win, as the acquisition will reportedly enable Bitcoin users to buy more Bitcoin. Market players are gunning for the app's integration to allow Bitcoiners to buy Bitcoin and pay later. A one-of-a-kind gesture that will undoubtedly skyrocket the adoption rate of the benchmark asset. Although neither Jack Dorsey nor Square's representatives have spoken in affirmation, the feature will be just as useful for retail and institutional investors who are looking to purchase Bitcoin at a different pace. Speaking on the importance of the Afterpay services for Square, Jack Dorsey noted the following: Square and Afterpay have a shared purpose. We built our business to make financial system more fair, accessible, and inclusive. Afterpay has built a trusted brand aligned with those principles. All right. Well, what says more financial inclusivity, more financial fairness than I don't know, buying Bitcoin on credit? I'm curious how this. Alex, have you heard of this? You guys heard of this Afterpay thing? How exactly do you buy Bitcoin and pay later? Seems fraught. Seems fraught with danger.
It's probably something similar to how you buy something on Coinbase and it locks in your price, even though the ACH arrives 3 days later.
I was thinking more of a layaway. The layaway feature of crypto. Buy now and pay up later, and then try not to try to bail on your loan after the price tanks 50% and you wonder why you bought the top in advance. Well, it seems like an interesting, I mean, I guess they have it figured out. Square apparently paid almost $30 billion for their fintech solution. Let's see here. Meanwhile, Square CEO, a CFO, I should say, established the company's intent with advancing customer experience, something the platforms have been doing with their Square's Cash App services, hinting that in typical Square fashion, Bitcoin buying and selling patterns could be stretched with new options using Afterpay. We see a real opportunity to enable next-gen consumers looking for different ways, and in this experience, interest-free way of expanding the purchase potential. All right, at least it's interest-free. What that ends up doing is merchants pay for the Afterpay experience, but they get higher average order volumes, they get greater conversion, they get greater frequency and lower returns, and they get a marketing channel from Afterpay, ultimately helping those merchants grow their business. That's what Square is all about. All right, well, Square, I mean, this is a $30 billion investment, definitely putting their money where their mouth is, where we're charging forward in Bitcoin adoption.
Guys,
And
my computer is just lagging out something fierce. I gotta restart.
go do a restart, and I'll continue on with the next segment.
Thank you.
Go do your thing. All right, Alex will be back in just a moment, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get into the next segment, and that is bubbles and $30 billion. This is that kind of purchase, this kind of game plan. Me suggests one thing: Square has their eyes on the long-term pie. I wish Dorsey and Square, and now what are they called? Afterpay. Congrats! Welcome to the Square family. I mean, this is good. This is what number goes up, you know. And you know, if you can only afford, you know, generally if you can only afford $100 of Bitcoin today, well, maybe now thanks to Afterpay, maybe you'll buy $200 or $300 of Bitcoin today, and pay that down over the next little while. Yeah, maybe. It's also fraught, like I said, with some trouble, but
Yeah.
we'll see how this goes. Hopefully nobody defaults on their Afterpay Bitcoin loans. Wonder how this will all work. Sounds curious, but I figure they must have it sorted out. I'm going to take a look at Afterpay maybe after the show, see what exactly it is that they do and offer, how this whole layaway Bitcoin works. Is that what it is? Maybe that's how I personally take this away for now. All right, Bubbles, what's going on in the alt space today? It's pretty damn green.
Bitcoin's kind of growing some legs right now.
Oh, let's here. I'm going to go take a quick look at the whoa. Right, we just pressed it over 40,000 on Bitcoin. Looking good.
Just enough to fake out my 4-hour long signal, which is bullshit. Like, we're hitting the TP1 right now, and overnight we wicked down there and it caught us, and then man, it just sucks so much sometimes when you just get the timing a little off.
Dude, the choppiness, this volatility of the last 24 hours is just wild.
It is pretty wild.
I decided to sit on the sidelines, not really do anything. But I was thinking about FOMOing into an Ethereum long, but alas.
Still got the last 20 of that long from 32K open that the group has, so we're still riding.
Ah,
so
beautiful.
Not all bad.
It's nice to ride a long from the bottoms, right? You know,
Yep.
take on when you're swirling around the drain. At that bottom, it's kind of it seems dangerous to long it, but now that we've pulled out from that 30K bottom, it probably feels good to have that long hanging open. All right.
Well, yeah, it makes you feel a little bit more safe, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean now, yeah, I'd be comfy as hell. Long entry at 32K, going up to what? 46, 48. Heck, might even be.
I mean, what we've been discussing, of course, that 43, 48 range. I'm even thinking 48 to 53, to be honest with you. We just have to see what happens, right? Because we're still stuck underneath resistance here. But this is a pretty impressive buyback off of that sell-off from about 39 yesterday.
Yep.
About 40. So, I mean, the volatility's just been kind of crazy right now. So we just have to kind of see day to day, right? That's why we trade the daily.
Yeah, I checked the price throughout the day yesterday, late in the day, overnight, and you know, at one point I look at it, we're like 39.9, and then I look at it again, we're down to almost 36, and I'm like, what's going on? And I check again this morning, and it's back like well over 39. Wild volatility indeed. All right, very briefly now, see what the top movers in the alt space are today. Voyager, yes, VGX up 18% today. Aave up 12%. Comp, yes, Comp still roaring, up 9% today. And a smattering of other alts up single digits. BitTorrent token, Sushi, Synthetics, Theta, all up about 8%. Same goes for Uni, Monero. Yeah, it's a decent day in the alt space. Everything up single-ish digits, let's call it. A couple small losers giving a little bit back to the market. AMP, Axie Infinity, Quant. Of course, those have been recent runners, so that's about what I would expect. All right, head and get into the live chat. Let's with us this afternoon. Hopefully, Alex will be back soon, but we still got time. Oh, you're already here. Didn't hear you come and go. Let's do it. Expand out the chat window just a touch here, and let's see who's with us this afternoon in the chat. Daniel, shout outs to Daniel first in the live chat. Shout outs to Dave Rice as well from YouTube. Dave Rice writes, roll them up, light them up early. Let's start the weekend party today, my man. It's barely Thursday afternoon. Hit me up at 24 hours. For you, FedEx next day, whatever you're smoking to me. Let's see here. David Rice, weekend should Thursday to Tuesday. Dave Rice, that's you gotta hit the Vitalik money. Roll like that. Jordan Stotts, hey friends, hey David Rice, indeed. Shout out to Jordan Stotts. Ron Legato's with us as well on YouTube. Profit Bear writes, I'm just hodling. All right, well, hodl gang for life. Profit Bear writes, that double bottom though, yikes. Yes, wild day. Boris Bitcoin on DLive joins us, writing incredible recovery for Bitcoin and Ethereum since this morning. I sure agree. Mika Smith over on YouTube. Micah. Well, I'm trying my best to remember the pronunciation. Micah Smith on YouTube. There's been a nice uptick in volume on Total 2 for the last 3 days. I assume most of it would be ETH. It could be maybe something to look at. Total 2. Profit.
I mean, there's really no way to tell. TradingView doesn't really tell how they weight things.
Precisely. Profit Bear, let's get it on. Shout outs to Profit Bear. Tazblitz, good day to all. Rolo Maximus, happy to catch the show. Shout outs to Rolo. Anywhere testing center just opened up in the parking lot outside my door this morning. Any word? I know how you stand on these matters, and what can I say? Draw your shades, lock your doors. Mika. M. Smith on YouTube. May as well throw a request in. I see your request. I will add it to the list. Rhino TD joins us. Shoutouts to Rhino. Welcome back to the show. Evening all. Wook Chewy. Can you please explain? Wook Chewy. I will explain at another opportunity. Miss Smith. Jason is way too quiet. I did up his volume at some point. Let me know if it's still too low. How much? I hear you okay. I might up you a little more though. Can you explain how much ETH is mined per hour? I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's something like 12 ETH a minute. Am I right on that? I think it might be 12 ETH a minute, but I might be mistaken. I'm gonna reference that and get back to you later in the show. Rhino TD. Probably a good idea to reference, you know, how much is mined per hour, and then kind of compare it to how much is getting burned right now. Would be cool to see where we stack up. Although I don't think we're heading into a purely deflationary mode just yet. I mean, the miners still got to get paid. We're still proof of work, guys. Rolo Maximus, gas is high at AF. It sure is. Just did a token approval for 65 USD. Ouch. How is this still even a thing? M. Smith, I tried to mint an NFT on OpenSea, and yeah, it was up. Not paying the gas. Okay. Darren Garish, I see you as well. Tech Engine on YouTube, shoutouts to you. Indeed. Wook Chewy, Senator Warren does not like that her boy toy walked out on her. Well, that sounds like some private drama we're not going to get into here. Ron Legato, did you just say Keystone Cops? Yes, I think that's what she was referring to. Based Warren coming for the Ruggers. Yes, the Ruggers certainly probably deserve it. Yes, BTC currently going for it right now. We're over 40K. Wook Chewy, good luck with all of that. Feeling fit as a fox. Well, you are hopefully a false positive. Smith and Bitcoin just broke. Yes, it did. All right, let's couple comments and we're getting into the next segment. Dan Broncos. Well, sorry, Mr. Negative, but I don't know if you can call it dead. We got mad comments, mad community support still coming through every day. I'm not sure if I'd call it dead. Just slept on. Really what it is. Ignore the comments. Yes, we're getting sandbagged and shadow banned by YouTube. It's only so much we can do, guys. But hey, I still think we have a great community and a great following. Can't thank you guys enough. Negative Nancy's need not apply. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Buy $1,000 of Bitcoin, you pay $250 now, and for the next fortnight or another, you pay $250 and so on, interest free. Okay, and that's not too bad. Wook Chewy, your question has already been answered. Just scroll up. Crypto Bull, crazy how that took out our Bitcoin long. It certainly did. I'd be super salty right now if I was in that with you guys. Let's see here. Timing is always off. Every trade I ever made has come to pass. I just mess up the timing and when I push the buttons. All right, I feel you there. My DEX at Bitcoin log is still going though. Congrats to Crypto Bull. Jose Alves is with us. Let's see here. Franklin MC writes, good morning. I feel you here, Wook Chewy. You're probably onto something, and it's something we're currently working on, so your feedback is appreciated and noted. Electric joins us on Twitch as well. Timothy Duggar on YouTube as well. It's a new user. Haven't really seen you before. Jose Alves writes, burn that ETH. And that's it. I think that's about everyone. You're all good, man. Thank you, Smith or Miss Smith. And finally, Mike Maker. Shout outs to you as well, Polly B. All right, everyone's shouted out. Let's here. Sure about that? I don't think these numbers are correct. I'm pretty sure Ethereum blocks come out every minute. Is it every minute or is it one every 10 seconds? I gotta go refresh my memory exactly on the timing. Thanks again, everybody, kicking it with us this afternoon. Shout outs to all the new users I'm seeing coming in. Thank you again. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get into, well, the TA, guys. We gotta get out of here in about an hour. So time to breeze through the next segment. We've got to go live, connecting to Alex now. So here we go. All right, currently looking at the BTC 3-hour BitMEX chart. I'm gonna hop in the live chat, start taking your requests. Alex, Jason, hold it down from here.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so we it seems as if we didn't end up pulling all the way back towards 35,000. We didn't end up bouncing off of this order block right here at 36.5, 37. We've been looking at that area for just a couple days now. There's some interesting volume sitting down here, and that has eventually played out. Get us a retest of this area. At this time, we're strong enough that it certainly feels that we can make a new high. If we can make it above 40,800 right here, we got a little interesting bit of resistance, then we can just easily keep going. I would be looking for 45,000 and maybe 52,000.
Hallelujah.
Ethereum breaking upwards today on positive news. This should give a continuation long at the end of today. Bitcoin overall fairly positive. This wick is a little concerning. We'll see how today plays out. It might be nothing at all. Bitcoin dominance still falling, finding a little bit of support around 46,000. This still looks as if we're in for some downside, but you could do anything on the lower time frame, so we'll see. Continued follow through for Uniswap up into resistance. Dragon Perp, we still don't have full follow through, but we do have a continuation signal, so we should get some here. Same with DeFi Perp, we had a continuation long signal yesterday, getting follow through today. Exchange Perp, SHITPERP, MIDPERP, all perp. These are basically all the same. These are basically all the same chart. Kind of at resistance here for the US dollar. We're still hoping to get some downside after a retest of resistance. Hey, Jason, can you take over? I'm just not feeling it today.
Yeah, if you need.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Alex, of course, is our workhorse. Sometimes he does need a break. Perfectly acceptable, especially when you got other things on the go. Perfectly okay. Alex, if you want to still stick it out in the stream, or do you want to log off for a bit?
Yeah, normally I've got a lot to say on the markets and things are happening. I'm just not feeling it today. I just don't have anything
Completely
to say.
okay, dude. Just let me know if you need to log off from the stream. I just need to if you wanna stay here, it's no problem. Just want to know if I need to rejig the on-screen elements real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you're in for a treat. Gonna give Jason some seat time today. Let's do it. Open up your trade view.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're gonna switch it up, and no worries. Just how it goes. I also looked into this whole ETH matter. ETH produces about 260 blocks per hour, guys. With the average reward per block being around 2 ETH. Do the math. That's about 520 ETH minted an hour. Good luck. Yeah, good luck catching up with the current burn rate to that. Like I said, it's probably not going to be until a full transition to 2.0 where we overcome that inflation rate. Let's go ahead. All right, we're looking at Jason's screen now. I got to make a quick tweak here. Second. All right, do it. All right, Jason, you wanna take us through your thoughts on the majors and
I mean, well, with everything in comparison to my systems and to Alex's systems, his runs off a much longer length baseline, of course. So there does come times to where I'm kind of stagnant and where I can do things. It does appear like with Bitcoin here with the 13 EMA. This is what I posted out to the group the other day. Was I wanted to see how we reacted off of this 13 EMA and 200 EMA that are coming kind of join each other here, and we pressed all the way up all the way through, and then we're pulling back, and we are getting that reaction off the bottom like I did suspect. But going back to the 4-hour signal that I took yesterday, right here, which was a good signal. To be honest with you, I actually felt pretty good about it. But as you can see, we just got immediately sold into, and now all of a sudden we're getting that continuation off of the bottom, right to where we should have been without getting wicked out. Which, I mean, that's just kind of the whole thing about this, is you got to get the timing right. Sometimes you can be right in multiple ways and wrong in multiple ways, but sometimes you get caught, which sucks. But here we are. Looks like we're actually getting another 4-hour long signal here, which will end in about 2 hours. I'll think about taking that, but at the same time, I usually, if I get caught on something, I like to walk away from it, let another thing set up, because then it feels like you're kind of chasing a signal and stuff like that. So that's definitely not what I like to do. In comparison to the rest of the market, just an overview of the different alt perps and stuff like that. It does appear that everything's trying to bust to the next level, like you see here on DeFi perp, getting a continuation long over old resistance. Okay, old support, turn resistance actually. So I'm not sure why this line was there. Let's turn Quadriga off. For me, this is going to be a little bit long away from my baseline to take the continuation, but the break is there. Everything does look good. Continuation on time transformation. I bet with Alex's system with the 60, this is actually going to look like a great signal on DeFi perp. So we'll just have to see it close. The Dow Jones. Mine are just kind of mixed in there, guys. Like it's just on one list, so it might jump around a little bit. It seems that there's just nothing to do here. You did get a long signal off of here, but we've just been going sideways for so long. I just don't know what's going to happen with traditional markets. I tend to keep my eye on Bitcoin and the alts, because that's what I trade the most. But the regular market just seems to be slowly trending to the upside while going sideways. I think we're making an all-time high here on the QQQ on the NASDAQ, so that's pretty interesting. I mean, that's a good signal altogether. I think new all-time high. I mean, this could be very good for us. I would assume that the Dixie's doing bad then. You got to pop up to your baseline here, which was resistance. Now you're getting sold into. So, I mean, maybe there's a shot here that we can take a run to the upside. I mean, Bitcoin's certainly showing it on lower time frames as of now. Big old wick and now bullish engulfing candle. So this is interesting to see right now, to be honest with you. Also great pattern for continuation here. Getting that continuation today on the SPY. I think that traditional markets are going to go for it, to be honest with you. Are you there, Alex?
I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, do you have any thoughts on that? Like, they really do look like they can grow some legs here. All of them are setting up quite well.
Absolutely. Maybe the entire market will follow the Netherlands.
Yeah, I mean, Netherlands definitely has. What's the ticker on the Netherlands, by the way?
NL. A second, let me take a look.
Click your all filter, Jason. You should come right up.
Oh.
NL25 EU.
One.
Oh yeah. She's still going, baby. But in comparison to these things, all of the signs are there, I think, for a press to the upside on, not specifically alts, sorry. On Bitcoin, the largers, traditional markets right now, the Dixie looks like it's primed to go down. You just don't know, have to wait. Very low momentum coming in here. Let's look at MIDPERP. MIDPERP looks like it's beginning to get that continuation signal that you could have taken back here, which would have had you just kind of sideways for a while, and now finally getting that continuation. These will be something that I'll be looking for tonight on closes, that we got that sideways action off the initial continuation, and then you're finally getting the press to the upside. If I can find some like this, I do have access to FTX, so I might be able to post it as well, because I do like these types of signals when you get that final blow above And then you can take these usually at least up to resistance, which is going to be good for a TP1 most likely. Yeah, so MIDPERP does look good. XCHPERP. I mean, kind of the same action, but it looks like it's a little bit more under resistance than MIDPERP was. SHITPERP, I like SHITPERP a lot actually here. This continuation here, you don't necessarily need WADA, but you got it. Rising explosion level, TT crossing above. I think that SHITPERP, we might have ourselves a little heyday on the shit coins here. Everything looks pretty poised here. So that I would assume that Bitcoin dominance might be looking a little weak. Yep, getting a wick. That's interesting. ETH would, yep, you'd assume that ETH dominance is rising a little bit because the reaction that it's having with ETH Bitcoin, it's been doing well. Gold. Looking pretty weak after this continuation that got sold into. That looks like an exit pump to me. I think gold, you're likely going to be able to take it back down to the 1781 range. And silver looking weak as well here, but nothing to do right now. You just have to see whether you catch that support around the 2490, kind of create that inverse head and shoulders-y look, or if you just keep breaking down, there's nothing to do quite yet.
You probably don't see it, but you know you've got Quadrigo.
I got what?
Quadrigo.
Sorry. And then let's give Litecoin a quick look here. Litecoin.
I don't even see it either.
Okay, what was that?
I don't even see it usually when it's on my chart.
Oh yeah, I mean it's pretty easy to ignore.
Hit it now.
But other than that, I know Alex usually does a full run through of the complete markets, but I usually just do that quick overview myself. But if we want to, we can get into requests.
We certainly can. Give me just a minute. I accidentally banned Chico from the live. Let's see if I can't undo that ban here. Chico, my apologies. I was clicking to reply to you and I accidentally clicked the block button. Alright, I'll figure this out in a minute. Gotta figure out how to unblock Chico here. My sincerest apologies. Go. I'll figure that out in a minute. Alright, so Jason, want to get right into the requests? Let's go ahead and do it, guys. Today's requests going to be headed up by Jason. Go ahead and give those a look. Chico, my apologies. I'll try to deal with that in just a second. The first request up on the screen. Of course, the D-Live Lemon giveaway coming your way in about 30 minutes as well. Meantime, what do we have for the request of the day? Well, it comes from Mika. Really can't seem to. Mika Smith. I will certainly. Micah. Okay, it's Micah. I don't know why I cannot imprint that on my brain, but Micah Smith writes, may as well throw a request while it's on my mind.
Before, right?
The request? No. The request is Litecoin Ethereum pairing. How is Litecoin trading against Ethereum?
Not looking very good.
Everything's trading down against Ethereum.
Everything's, yeah, you would expect it to be trading down against Ethereum in comparison to looking at how well Ethereum's doing, and that's exactly why we see Ethereum dominance rising as well. So, I mean, pretty much everything to Ethereum's going to be looking pretty shitty right now. But yeah, there's nothing quite to do. You had a continuation short back here that would have worked out beautifully. You'd be either hit all three TPs, or you'd still be letting some run, but nothing to do here but let it keep going. There's nothing here that makes me want to catch a knife or anything like that. And that's just not how I trade, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, it's low in comparison to where it's all-time lows, but all-time lows usually begets all-time lows. So I mean, at some point, I bet you will get a reaction off to test this trend, but that's just not the type of trading that I do. What's next?
All right, going to get into the next request now. There was your look at Litecoin, Ethereum. Jordan Stotts on YouTube is next. He writes, can we look at Ethereum Classic USD? Yeah, what's Ethereum Classic doing on a day like this?
To be honest with you, I was looking at possibly taking an ETC trade yesterday because it was one of those ones that I was looking for that continuation signal that's finally playing out, and yesterday it did look pretty good. But I decided to hold off on it because I already added some risk, which ended up getting smacked in the face. But yeah, the continuation here, and now you're finally getting that press to the upside. I think, to be honest with you, even though it's a little late on the signal, you're pretty close to where you were anyways. So I wouldn't mind taking a shot on ETC. I think that it actually looks pretty good here. But if we go over and look at the Bitcoin pairing, did get a little bit of a reaction off the bottom here, but it's likely to do if Bitcoin's doing what it's doing and still heading up, the BTC pairing is likely to go sideways. So I don't think you're going to get a good signal on that. But looking at ETC USDT, I think that does look like a good signal for more upside. But that's where you really have to decide whether being in Ethereum or Bitcoin is the better idea rather than Ethereum Classic, right? But I don't think it looks bad for sure. I think that you're very likely to test the highs or at least make a higher high from here. But even testing these highs gets you to TP1. So I think that's a safe bet, to be honest with you. So ETC, I think, looks good. USDT pairing.
Right. There is your look at Ethereum Classic. Chico, are you still in the live chat? Cannot figure out how to unban you, but I did mod you. I gave you a temporary moderator status. Did that shake off your ban? Let me know, Chico. Leave a comment. Moderator status. Live chat. So let's test this works. In the meantime, fix the rest of that mess up in just a minute. And gonna get into the next request first. Wager. GX for Timothy Duggar. GX, let's go. Yeah, VGX, one of the top gainers today. Let's see what that looks like.
That'd be Voyager, right?
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's just kind of doing its thing here.
I was going sideways for a while. Finally popping up. Volume coming in.
Yeah, you're getting volume definitely coming in. Rising momentum. Your volatility is expanding. Would have been a great signal right back here. Everything you need. WADA above the explosion level. Long on Minx here above the 13 EMA. You would have cleared all three TPs pretty quickly. This is a great trade. As for now, though, there's nothing to do with this much press to the upside. I mean, you can go to lower time frames and kind of see what we're looking at. Lower time frames actually look pretty strong here. Depending on depending on this next coming close, whether you get this to turn down or not, you could end up getting some bearish divergence. But as for now, this looks pretty strong. I don't see why there'd be any reason for it to break down from here at this point. Good. I mean, you are coming right up to resistance here, so it's something to definitely keep an eye on. Getting sold into. So wait for the daily. I don't think that there's much to do here. I think that your opportunity has passed. There's a chance that it gets further upside, but that's just really something that you can't know. Yeah, your oscillators haven't even had any time to reset to kind of to give you any idea whether you're getting continuation or not. 4 hour does give you a continuation in about 2 hours, and I do think if it closes up above that high, let's see, above that, not 137. If it closes above there on the 4 hour, then I think that this is a good continuation. So keep an eye on the 4 hour if this is the coin that you're into. But other than that, you're gonna have to find an entry on lower time frames because the daily looks like it might be exhausted, but it could keep running.
Right, decent look at Voyager X. Chico's back in the live chat. He asks, "Wait, I'm banned?" Yeah, Chico, I accidentally banned you earlier. I could not figure out how to unban you, but I gave you a moderator status, and that seems to have shaken off your ban. Congrats. You got banned, unbanned, and modded all in one day. All right, all fixed up. Someone mentioned, who was it here? I'm just going to comment really quick. Joe Blow on YouTube writes, "Move to Rumble if you like freedom and against censorship." We have a Rumble channel. I uploaded there for a little while. I'm not the biggest fan of Rumble. Way too kosher of a platform. I do, in fact, lean toward Odyssey, among others. In my mind, MF on DLive writes, "Odyssey censorship." Indeed. LBRY, Odyssey. In fact, that's one of my future plans, guys. We're going to expand our live streaming to Odyssey LBRY platform as well. Yes, it's powered by the LBRY, the library, crypto credits as well. So it's very fitting that we move to a kind of a crypto-powered platform in well. So thank you for all the input, guys. In the meantime, I got to go ahead and introduce the next request. What do we have here? It's ACH. Yes. Alchemy Pay for Paranormal Debunker. ACH has been like a major runner of the last couple days. Let's see what the chart looks like. Yep.
I mean, nothing
Insane.
to do, guys. I mean, what do you want me to say to this? Just like, get it. Like, you should have already got it. Like, I mean, it's interesting that it is coming right up to its all-time highs. If this is the most data I can find on this, I'm not sure. It was only on one exchange, so I would assume it is. But I mean, nothing to do right now, guys. I mean, if you were to take it, the continuation was back here. You were a bit extended, but you got that continuation. If you're in it, I think it wouldn't hurt you to take a little bit of profit. But I mean, what was this run? Oh Jesus, 2,400%, 2,457% increase in the last
days.
1, 2, 3 week and a half. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's been running.
I don't know what you're expecting. It's like, look at that, boom, boom, 2 weeks. Not even like
volume came in there. Somebody knows something about ACH.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome if you've been hodling it, holding it. You could get some more price discovery out of this, but at this point, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Take some profit or just let the rest ride. There's nothing to really do with this, man. Congrats if you're in it. I hope you want to just show off, but there's no real way to know.
Hey, there's a look at Alchemist. That's the Paranormal Debunker. All right, new user here on DLive, Scraping By. Scraping By writes, "Do you guys ever talk futures?" Yeah, actually, we do cover futures and other markets. Generally, during the first half of the show, most days, Alex does cover future markets, world markets, etc. Today, of course, Jason's kind of sitting in, and so we haven't given a look, but Scraping By, please follow and subscribe. We come live every day and bring you high quality TA, including a look at futures markets. So stop in tomorrow. We'll probably give the future look. In the meantime, DLive audio is working, right, Crypto Bull? I certainly hope so. I see complaints.
If we went a whole hour with no sound.
No, sounds good, but he was saying no sound on DLive. Maybe there was a DLive sound glitch for a little bit. Not too sure. People are saying it's fine. I certainly hope it is. Let's go ahead and get into the next request for Boris Bitcoin, and he writes, requesting XMR and SNX. I think they look like good continuation setups. I appreciate thoughts. Alex or Jason, what do you think about XMR continue?
I think the continuation on XMR here looks great, man. You're getting everything that you want to see. This is exactly what I'm expecting out of Bitcoin, to be honest with you. It does appear that we might get it, but as of today, looking at this with this close above your other highs, getting that continuation, you already got the baseline test down. I think that this looks prime for continuation. Bringing it up to this resistance is where TP1 is. I think that this is going to be a very good signal at the end of the day, and likely one that I'll be taking a look at as well, because I do have access, or do I not have access to it right now? Maybe I don't. Oh, maybe I don't, because I pulled it from Binance. But nevertheless, XMR USD looks great here. Let's just take a quick look at BTC pair. Now you're getting sold into the same way, and this is not going to be surprising if we get another test of lows on Bitcoin pairings. If Bitcoin decides to do its thing as well as the rest of these, but XMR USDT with Bitcoin going up, I have a feeling that the rest of the USDT pairings are going to or do well with it. But this continuation itself looks really good. I think XMR is good to go at the end of the day if it closes anything like this.
Great. Get the second half of that request, SNX.
Yeah. A damn good initial long signal on SNX as well, because we did get the cross back below, and now we're getting I think that this is prime for accelerated momentum. You're seeing a little candle a little bit bigger, and then you're going to get that bigger candle to another high. I think SNX looks great for continuation as well. If it closes anything like this, yep, go for it, man. We're likely to get, with my system, there's probably going to be quite a few initial long signals or continuations, because we've been kind of going sideways on some of these. But SNX looks great here. I think that you're likely to get at least TP2 out of this, so at least TP1, and that's all that really matters, right?
Yes, sir. Boris Bitcoin reminding us that XMR is available to trade on Kraken.
All right, next on the list.
So that was you looked at SNX. Up next is FET for Poly B. Yeah, Boris Bitcoin. He's got an eye for this. I'll give him that. Boris Bitcoin usually his requests are usually solid.
I would say the same thing here about FET, but it's just not quite there yet. You're not getting that, and we have to make sure that we're following some rules here, right? So we're not getting that continuation quite yet. It does look good, but this could end up being resistance, and we get sold into. So you kind of got to wait on this. TT does confirm the cross there. It looks good, but for my system, I can't take it quite yet. But like the other ones, it does appear that we're getting support off the bottom, a bunch of reversals. So there's a good chance that you get some upside to FET as well. But for me, I can't take it looking like this. I need another day. Okay.
All right, so concluded your thoughts on FET?
Yeah.
All right, up next to be NT. Let's see, Poly B requesting DNT as well, please. Okay, let's. Oh, that's this X.
You are getting the continuation out of DNT here today. I do like that you've come back down here to test this old level of support and confirm it as support, getting a reaction off of there the same way you got here. I don't like that none of this has been tested down below, at least to this range, but there is a good continuation here. I don't think it looks as strong as the few that we just looked at, being XMR. I think XMR looks much stronger than this, so I would go with strength. But in terms of a good signal, this is a good continuation to the upside. So DNT is a possible continuation, with TP1 being around 1622. I think there are stronger things out there, though.
Right, well, if that concludes your thoughts on DNT for Poly B, I'll introduce.
Yep.
All right, this is Nit and Soki over on YouTube. Guys, could you help advise Ethereum were to pull back, what levels would the retrace? All right, so, but no. Ethereum pull back. If so, what kind of levels you tap up?
Yeah, well, looking at if we just get a pullback, then you're looking at these ranges probably right in here. Me personally, depending on how this works out, I think that we probably would likely have another shakeout to around that $2,000, $2,100 range. But if we don't quite get that full, then you'll come down here to test around that 2,200 range. But here's the thing, we don't know. We might just get continuation to the upside first, press up to, let's say, even like 34, 3,500, and then get that sell off back down to lows. Looking at the daily right here, it does appear that we're going to get continuation to the upside before we're going to get a pullback as of now. So you're just gonna have to be patient with it. I haven't quite got the turnover. Time transformation actually might give it today. No, she's damn close. But if it continues anything like this today, you might get this crossover today. But I think Ethereum looks more poised for a break to the upside here than a pullback. So that might be the trade that's on the table rather than looking at the pullback. But if we get the pullback, then I think we're at least likely to test that 200 EMA, which is sitting around $2,057 right now. And then if we break to lower levels,
Right.
I mean,
Go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say, if we break to lower levels, I mean, that would be quite the pullback. But I mean, even looking at 1,400 at the top of this old range, but I think that's getting a little ahead of ourselves. Because I mean, looking at the weekly, we're getting a full blown signal on the weekly right now. So I think in the short term here, I think we're gonna see price appreciation to the upside before we see a pullback. So I think that's where your eye should be right now.
Right, and then that's the look at Ethereum, possible pullbacks. Thinking this trend is going to continue. Let's go ahead, check the time here. All right, we're about 10 minutes to go for the D Live giveaway. Hang tight for that, guys. I'm West. It's from Crypto Bull 21, and he writes WT, Bitcoin, and USD.
EWT.
Trust wallet. That's what.
Right.
Uh,
You did get a good continuation out of this yesterday, which was a little far away from my baseline for me to want to take. Nice three white shoulders pattern here that got continuation out of it. Nothing to do. You're already way too extended from your baseline now, but would have been a good signal. But congrats to anyone who's in it. We got not quite a full signal here with WADA not being above the dead zone, but we've had a good price run on a lot of these assets in USDT pairing. Take a look at the. And same with the Bitcoin pairing here. You did get a good signal. Nope, another one that just didn't quite get it there for us because it was a down candle that closed below the 13 and no WADA there. But then you got great price continuation. Nothing to do here. I think that you'd be better suited to wait for a pullback. Sometimes you just miss them because you've already come back up to test resistance, which is a good swing here, and you're getting sold into. So nothing to do here for me. I think you just look for other things that are looking strong. This has already made its move for the moment.
You also wanted to look at the Bit. Oh, you already did. Perfect. All right. Are you looking at it now, or did you already complete your thoughts on the Bit?
I already looked at it.
Okay, cool. No, go ahead and get into the next request. It's for Chico Blanco Verano over on YouTube writing, you're posting these requests in case they didn't get through. Yes, temporary exile. Sorry for the ban, Chico, but your request is now here. He wants to look at TVK and PPDEX. Right.
Pretty sure that's one that Alex looks at all the time.
Let's look at TVK for now.
I think that's on ChartX as well.
um,
Come on.
no, it's on Binance. You can definitely chart TVK using.
GVK.
Although you're right, its other top trading
Wow.
pair is on Uniswap. But check out the Binance pair for now.
Yeah.
That's plenty of data.
Okay. Well, we're getting quite the reaction off of the bottom here today. It's just way too overextended for me to be able to take. This is too large. This is a candle size violation. You are getting a good close above resistance, so I think that this likely could have legs, but it's going to be too far away from me. Likely looking at possibly around E. Quick. I bet this looks like a good signal on. Oh, yep, full signal on the 60 hole, utilizing Parallax, WADA, and Minx here with the rising explosion level. This is everything that you'd want to see. So this actually is a good initial long signal on one of the systems that I have. So I think TVK actually looks like it could have some legs here. But for the usual system that I use, it's a little overextended. So usually what I see off of a close like this is you'll have another candle go sideways, then you kind of have a 3-bar play to the upside. But I think TVK looks pretty strong here. Definitely looks like it could have some legs to the upside. Don't like how it's right here trapped under resistance, and likely why I wouldn't take the shot on this, because I use the 13 EMA and this would be a candle size violation. But it's still a quality signal to the upside, I believe.
All right, let's give PPDEX a look here. Let me see if I can learn a little more about PPDEX. Oh, it's PPDEX. All right, well, very appropriate. Top training pair. Yeah, Uniswap.
I mean, I do kind of like this older break of trend, but there's just not a lot of data here. I mean, there is, but it just kind of bottoms out. I like that it bottomed out. I think that this could be the moment that you'd take a chance on it, but I mean, it does appear that it's breaking out here, and you could get some legs, but I just don't know anything about this. You could definitely probably. I mean, if you do get the reaction off of it, you could easily take this up to $10. I mean, that's a nice 3x. These lower.
Yeah, that's not a sneak at.
I mean, you are getting a reaction, but at the same time, you just don't know if you're gonna get another test to the lows. And I really like to have my oscillators and stuff on these, but they don't have that available for Chardex.
And you know, be aware, guys. This is like a micro cap.
Yeah.
Diluted market. I mean, I'm not sure how accurate my current reading is. This is only a $340,000 liquidity. So
Yeah, I mean, you're like, you can see that by these large candles. All of a sudden, boom, 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 like people adding little bits of liquidity that suddenly just.
yep, this
Right.
here is small fry, but
But I mean, it doesn't look terrible in the sense of what it's doing. It's breaking out of trends at the moment, so taking it to the upside could be the right move. But it's just not stuff that I pay too much attention to, right?
yep. All right. Well, there was a look at PPDEX. Thank you very much.
That's a descending broadening wedge. Shouldn't we target the highs? Do you think that's a descending broadening wedge?
Let's see.
Yeah, draw another line. Draw a wedge. Go for the chest opening. Get your lemons in now, guys. I'm gonna get prepped to open that.
Yeah, if this truly is a descending broadening wedge, then we should target point A, which would be the top right here, which would be 7x, I bet.
Yeah, it's like big movement.
Yeah, that's quite the yeah, 600% from there. But yeah, I mean, if that truly is what this is, then yeah, I mean that would be what you would be targeting for sure. And it does appear that we've broken out of this trend the same way. What's the other coin that we charted like this that just and it kept going, Alex? Do you remember?
ERN.
ERN?
Maybe.
Oh. Well, we did just chart one, and I know for a fact that it played out pretty well. So, looking at this, I mean, if you do get this pattern to play out, then you could be looking at quite the risk to reward here. And then, I mean, put your stop at new lows. Definitely not a bad play. But again, I don't know how much liquidity or
Not a lot. Again,
yeah,
it's a $340,000 project. Daily volume currently around $4,800.
yeah,
Maybe throw some coffee money at it, guys. Tread extremely carefully. But there's PPDEX, deep bowels of. All right, let's go ahead.
They're play to earn collectible trading card game, actually.
Yeah, I was just reading the description something about minting NFTs. Maybe including that one. All right, let's have a look here. What time is it? Good, just struck 12:15, or 2:15, I should say. Get ready. The chest is preparing to open, guys. Gonna open in about 15 seconds, or roughly when you hear me mention this morning. In the meantime, the next request is going to be for Satoshi Mitsu. SDAO going off. It's forming the top of a cup on the 3-month. Okay, SDAO.
Well, you certainly got a good signal on ESTA. What does this trade on Binance? Uniswap? Well, this is one that I just didn't have on my list, to be honest with you, because ESTA was a great signal right here 2 days ago with everything that you want to see. Rising explosion level, WADA above the dead man, or the dead zone. Nice bottoming above 0 on time transformation with an initial long signal out of Minx. This is perfect. You would have already hit TP1, TP2, and you'd be looking for continuation to new highs into price discovery here. I think it looks strong, but you should have already been in it. Take a look at the weekly. Yeah, man, it's a relatively new project, and you're already pressing back up to your highs. There's just no way of knowing how high it can go, right? Does anyone here know anything about SDAO?
Singularity DAO is a decentralized blockchain-based organization governing Dynasets, a diversified basket of crypto assets dynamically managed by AI. Don't know a whole lot more besides that. Go do your research, guys. Top trading pairs.
I mean, it does look good. It's not something that I would be interested in right now because the moment is past for my trading window. But it does look like it could continue to build momentum from here. And with it pressing up to its all-time highs, we could go into price discovery. With everything else looking like it's about to break up to a new level for continuation, I don't see why this wouldn't either. So it could be a good play to the upside.
Right, guys, I screwed up the D-Live chest opening. I forgot to put lemons in the chest before I opened the lemons. So if anybody's wondering why we only gave away 9 lemons today, the company's gone broke, guys. We don't have any lemons to give. He tapped us out. No, I kid, guys. I'm gonna open the chest again in a couple minutes. I'll give you a heads up. I need a few minutes for it to reset. I will load the chest properly this time, and we will redeploy it in just a few minutes. In the meantime, let's introduce one of the last requests of the day. In my mind, MF writes, does anyone know anything about LPT? live peer.
Sure don't.
Well, we don't know too much. We'd have to take a more
Seems
technical dive, but if you want to take a look at the
seems
chart,
Yeah, it
look
seems
it up with you.
relatively new. You did get a good signal back here on the 26th of July, which would have played out beautifully to the upside. Now you're getting that pressed down to the to test old resistance as support. Nothing to do here quite yet, but it does appear that we're going to get that descending channel breakout that we've been getting on everything else. You can't really front run that because you just don't know, but you have to wait for the cross up on depending on what oscillator you're using. But I use Minx as my initiator, but wait for that to signal for your continuation to the upside, and hopefully you gain support here at this level, at that 16 level that you're seeing here. So you're seeing your little area of pullback here. So watch these two levels. If you stay within it and get that continuation, then you're likely to break back up to test the highs, most likely.
Right, there's your look at live peer. I'm going to be opening the chest up again in about 30 seconds. Here, once again for that, guys. As for live peer is a video streaming network protocol that tends to be fully decentralized. Platform aims to become a viable blockchain-based, economically efficient alternative to centralized broadcasting for all and existing broadcast companies that are all right. Live peer. Certainly need more video streaming solutions in the marketplace. Will we finally be able to even decentralize it? Seems like a tall order, but that's apparently what live peer tends to do. I'm opening the chest now. Going to introduce the next request. Sorry, the giveaway's too close to your last one. God damn it. Okay, guys, scratch what I said about opening it. It still needs more time to reset, maybe before we wind down the show. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes. In the meantime, let's introduce the next request. It's going to be for Boris.
Sushi's a tough one just because of this resistance back over here. But the initial signal on the daily for continuation closing back above old resistance, that's been a problem for quite some time. So I really do think that Sushi's going to end up being a good continuation by the end of the day. At least up to, yeah, TP1 is at $10.14. I think that Sushi's going to end up being a great trade. Let's take a look at BTC pairing. Ooh, yes. I was going to say, that looks like a beautiful... and I do like it when... This is a great bottoming behavior here out of Sushi. Right below the 200 EMA, just can't quite get there, and all of a sudden, boom, we're starting to get that explosion to the upside. I don't like that we're just a little bit under resistance with this wick that's coming up. But in comparison to the Sushi USDT and BTC, both of these look like they're primed. So I think taking Sushi tonight is going to likely be a good decision. When you see the BTC pairing gaining as well as the USDT pairing while Bitcoin itself is gaining, that's usually a good sign for strength out of the coin itself. So I think Sushi is going to end up being a good play tonight, and it's one that I'm putting on my list. Because I do have access to Sushi.
And Jason, have you really given up on Binance? You're never going to go back?
It's just, I'm going to let all this stuff play out and see what kind of regulations and stuff that they put in. They caught my last account, and then they sent me a whole thing on if you don't get your funds off within 14 days, we're freezing it. So I'm like, I just don't want to deal with that. And you know how it is, right?
Yep.
And I'm sure we'll find another one here that is just as good. I know that Alex uses FTX and all that. So
I might just have to make a new burner account, my guy. But we'll see. Yes, times are changing for Binance. I too pulled all my money off of Binance this week. Late last week, this week.
yeah, give it a little bit of time, right?
Yes, wasn't easy. I have like a dozen plus Binance.
I had billions
accounts,
of dollars on there.
A little bit in each one. Took a little while to log into get everything withdrawn. All right. Anyword writes, hold the rice, give me sashimi. All right, indeed. CryptoBull 21, I pulled 90% off. Okay, the big Binance exodus is upon us.
I would be curious to see those numbers on really how many people have been withdrawing from Binance.
Probably not too significant. you know, it's hard to depart the casino once you're in there, up or down. Billions up, billions Jack, says Rhino TD. Okay. Any word requesting a creamy sake with his sashimi. All right. And Franklin MC, I need some poke. What poke? What are we talking about? Pokemons? Pokemans? I don't know what you're referring to with the pokes. That?
That's Punchy Rock right there.
That's
Onion Turtle.
I got no idea what you guys are referencing. I am completely.
I'll send it to you. You'll like it.
All right, I'm completely aloof to this reference. David Rice, Buck Finance, indeed, Buck Finance. We're heading where we're going. We don't need exchange.
Leave a comment in the comment section after the show if you guys would be interested in getting a Buck Finance shirt. Me and Jack are gonna work on that.
Yes, indeed. Here.
Poke
is a Hawaiian fish bowl. All right, I'll take your word for it, gentlemen. Let me take a look here. What do we have left? That's the last request scratched off the list. The show is going to wind down from here. I'm just quickly put this away and see if I can get that chest redeployed. Has the 10-minute timeout expired? Let's go check, shall we? Going back to D Live. Hitting the chest. And nope, still too close to my last one. Alright, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. I tried opening it a quarter after. It's been a little less than 10 minutes. Okay, let's give it another 60 seconds or so. We'll see if we open that live. Today has been a bit of a disappointment. You know, everybody only got like one lemon apiece. Alright.
More than nothing, you heathens.
What happened here? Oh, you're looking at bubbles. I confused for a minute. Alright guys, we're gonna slowly wind the show down here. You know what to do. That like, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Otherwise, do check out premium.cracking.cryptocurrency.com to learn about all our education material. Do you want to hone your skills as a trader? Want to find a game plan? Do you want to find a strategy? Do you want to build a system that lets you take the guesswork, take the discretion out of trading? Well, guess what? You can do that. Learn the art of trading the way our analysts here at CC do it. Yes, we're trend following traders. We're systems builders and traders. You want to build like us? Well, check out Pathways to Profits course we have available to you on premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. To complement that course, of course, we have our own suite of proprietary indicators. Really put your trading and TA game over the top with our education, our trading materials, our signals, our mentorship sessions. Man, the list goes on and on. So much to check out over on premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Finally, check out Discord. Yes, join our community, join our Discord server. Get your link by going to discord.crackingcrypto.com. Yes, we even have results.crackingcryptocurrency.com. I think those are mostly up to date now. Finally, it took a little while. Sorry, guys. Results not fully up to date. All right. Well, the update is pending.
They are done. Mine are done.
They're done, but they're not pushed to the page. If you do want to check out our performance, our traders are consistently profitable.
You can message me if you really need to see them. I have access to all of them.
Exactly.
Same with that
out. We do pride ourselves in being a very transparent and open trading group here. Our performance, our results speak for themselves. It's not Hail Mary, count blowout type trades here, guys. It's about slowly chiseling away gains.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yes, slow and steady race. Let's go check out the live chest. Will it open, guys? I'm about to click it now. Be prepared. If it doesn't fail, that prompt is coming your way. It is. All right. It's a 10-minute timeout. Look at your D Live now. Sorry if I didn't give you much heads up, but good luck. Get for lemons. For 500 lemons getting given away. Yeah, lemons right as we wind the show down. Over 500.
Wait, 509 lemons today. Or
Yes.
513.
Nobody does it quite like us, that is for sure. Here we go. The countdown there. Boom. Today's big winners are in the bag. Franklin MC, congrats, big guy. You got over 113 lemons. Taz Blitz with 66 lemons. Rhino TD, 47 lemons. David Rice, 38. And Paranormal Debunker with 32 lemons. Big giveaway. Thank you to everybody who participated today. That's it. The clock is about to strike 2:30. Another day, another episode installed in the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update series. We're going to be back tomorrow for the Friday installment in the update. Shoutouts to Jason. Thank you for holding it down in the hot seat today. I hope Alex is doing good too. Alex is still with us? All right, Alex might be AFK. He does have things to attend to. No big deal. We're going to move to wrap here. Oh, you're back. We're just final words, really.
Sorry, look, my internet's lagging out. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Good luck with everything. You know where to find us. Check us out in the Discord. Catch us tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.
An interesting day. I think leading into the weekend, we could get some press to the upside here. It does appear that there's a lot of USDT pairs that look like they're poised. Bitcoin, I mean, as we're talking, is breaking some levels up to 40,800 right now. So, I mean, let's just see where we go going into the weekend, but make sure that you're assessing your risk properly, not going all in on one trade, because that's how you don't get to trade tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. All right. See you guys there. Very exciting. Bitcoin over 40,800. Ethereum over 2,800. Alt season very well be back. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.